No woman wants to be single. All this trash about I'm single by choice. No, you're not.
Some of you westernized women, I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I can pay my own bills. Turn it down.
How much should a guy earn for you to date him? Over 500K.
Modern women are out of touch with reality. No wonder why most men today are walking away.
Let's just be real.
Could you be with a guy that makes 100,000 a year?
No.
Men nowadays, no matter how old they are, they're only interested in girls between the ages of 18 and 25.
American men are just leaving those
American men are leaving modern women behind. It is the best decision they've made. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
Why do you think it's so much harder to date today? It should be easier than ever.
We have so much choice. You have this illusion that there are so many other people out there. So you go on a first date and then it's like, yeah, I had a good time, but let me go see who else is out there. Let me see who's at this other party. There's this idea that it's not like you're going to focus on one person if you don't feel amazing chemistry the first time. Sometimes it takes hanging out with people over time.
Broke up with him. It was too much. He was too great. We dated for 3 months. He was not a pushover. He had friends. He was cool. He was perfect. And he took me places and spent money on me. He had a car and he had a bank account and he had health insurance. And I broke up with him. I went back to my ex who got me a $15 gift card to Taco Bell for my birthday.
Did you notice this woman mentioned nothing negative about this man and she still left him? See, this is what I mean. A man could be an amazing guy, but there's always something missing for these women. You just have to wonder, what exactly are they looking for? If the guy was so great and amazing, why break up with him? It's frustrating because even the best of men can end up being discarded if they don't meet some undefined expectation. There's also the influence of societal pressures that push women to believe they can always do better, fueling a never-ending search for the perfect partner. These women always come to their senses only after dealing with guys who don't care about them as much, leading to feelings of regret. But by that time, it's already too late.
Excuse me, I am so sorry, but where in the world did you get that? That smile, it's beautiful.
Yeah, you're weird.
That's weird?
Yeah.
Damn, was it something
I hate to break it to you. I think that we've just got a very, very selfish culture of women. And to any women out there that say I have internalized misogyny or anything like that, that would require that I have a problem with women worldwide. I do not have a problem with women worldwide. I have a problem with Western women. And if you think that I'm just like making this up out of nowhere, reflect on the fact that there are Western men that are flying out east to find wives. Are Eastern men coming out west to find wives? No. Where in the world are men flying out in droves to marry American women? Nobody wants us. Why? We're big, we're selfish. We don't want to hear anything. You can't tell me to eat less. You can't tell me to change my life. You can't tell me it's not about me.
Divorce laws are also a good reason why not to marry a woman in the West. I'm a Western woman and I approve that message. We've lost our way and need to get back to basics. At least 95% of Eastern men would never think of marrying a Western girl. The image social media has painted and how Western women have portrayed themselves is too scary. I tried dating my own Asian American. It was the biggest mistake of my life. I ended up marrying my Southeastern Asian wife in Cambodia. Feminism has destroyed Western women. There's no men flying into the West to marry modern American women because they're difficult to deal with. And those men do not want to deal with their attitudes, where a traditional woman would say to a man, "I got your back." A modern Western woman would say, "I got your money." Dealing with women in the West is only about what they can get from a man and what can a man do for them. This mindset can create a toxic atmosphere where men feel used or undervalued, leading to a growing reluctance to pursue relationships with Western women. The idea of love, support, and partnership is often overshadowed by a focus on financial stability, which can deter men from wanting to invest emotionally or physically in these relationships. That's why many men are turning elsewhere to find true connections.
Let's say he just started his own business, but he makes $45,000 a year. Would you date him? You wouldn't be able to afford my engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you 4 years? No. 8 years to afford my how much? I don't know anything about rings. How much is that? About $200,000. Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane? My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like, you have to see that shit. It's gonna blind people. But, like, I'm not a regular girl.
Buy a dog and die alone. How tall does a man have to be to get with you?
6'2". 6 foot. 6 foot minimum. At least 6 foot. Something to be under 6 foot.
What height is too short for a guy?
Anything under 6'5".
How much money does a guy need to date you?
About like 100K. 100,000. At least 100K a month. 200,000 a month. Probably well over 400K. 500 grand at the least on the figures. Like $1 million, $2 million. The mills. Minimum £1 million. But still fat. I need a millionaire.
Here are some things I expect a man to pay for while I'm dating him or we're in a relationship.
Here are some of my rules for a first date. Give me my rules for a first date.
Number 1, I'm not saving your number in my phone until we're engaged.
Do not take me to a fancy restaurant. Show me your tax returns. Show me your bank statements. Show me your face. Show me your profile.
We're saying no to coffee dates. We're saying no to buffer dates. We're saying no to walks in a park.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk as a possible date option. Show me your body, top to bottom. Do a 360. Those are the requirements for you to come for me. Those are the requirements for you to come for me. Okay? You think I'm joking? It's the actual truth.
That's why American women will go like the dinosaurs extinct. The entitlement from these females is wild. Do they deserve the man they want is the better question. Those women aren't worth to look at. Even if you have the requirements, they only have arrogance to offer. Man, they're not looking for marriage. They're looking for a victim to prey on with that list. As you can see, these kinds of women are just a nightmare to deal with. Many throw out unrealistic expectations while being completely oblivious to the actual statistics about men making $1 million a year. All of these expectations comes from their sense of entitlement to the man they think they deserve. But truthfully, some of these women don't even qualify to be with such a man. They might focus on superficial traits, like wealth or status, without recognizing that a successful man often looks for equally valuable qualities in a partner. They may have a long list of demands: financial stability, charm, good looks, yet often fail to reflect on what they bring to the table.
Some of you westernized women. I don't need a man. I don't want a man. I can pay my own bills. I make my own money. I'm independent. I'm an alpha woman. Turn it down. What happened to the feminism? The queen, the wifey, what happened to it? But when you reach your knockout stage at 30, 35 with 2-3 kids later, then you want a man? Ladies, wake up.
Fuck. Not only do I have a couple of screws loose, I've also lost the screwdriver.
I'm not required to clean up after you. I'm not required to cook for you. I'm not required to do anything for you, right? Because you did not come out of me. I'm not your mom.
I'm not required to pay for you. I'm not required to listen to you. I'm not required to protect you. My seed didn't create you. I'm not your dad. And she is the big reason we are getting our passports. I'm not required to do anything for you. That one line alone will keep you single forever. They literally want to be our daughters, though. Pay for everything, love them unconditionally, and expect nothing in return.
The more successful and powerful a man is, the less he's challenged by a woman. So sometimes on Bumble, I'll say something like, "Did your mom intentionally spell your name wrong?" These guys need to be challenged. They need to be stimulated mentally. They're bored in their life. No one challenges them at work. No one challenges them at home if they're single. Try it.
What I can appreciate about Passport Bros is I think it's an effective flag being raised for Western women as well. I'm not necessarily saying that they're going to find someone. I'm not saying that they're not going to get screwed over. I'm not even necessarily saying that I would encourage men to go do it. Like you said, if you want to, cool. The motivation for it is the fact that men are still expected to act very traditionally. They're expected to be very chivalrous. They're expected to be protectors. Maybe they're not expected to provide to the same extent now that women can essentially match them on income. But if that's what a man's duty to you is, to be chivalrous, it's very, very loosely defined what a woman's duty to a man is.
It's very ambiguous.
And that is why I think they go to places where they are actually taught from a young age how to treat a man. What is your duty to a man?
There's good and bad everywhere when it comes to finding relationships, but in the West, it's just out of control. Modern women in the West seem to be primarily taught how to take, and take. It often boils down to the question of how a man can make their lives better, rather than how they can contribute to a partnership. In contrast, in other countries, women are taught the value of treating a man well, being respectful, and understanding the importance of mutual support in a relationship. These qualities make them incredibly appealing to men seeking meaningful connections. For these men, women who embody these traditional values are like rare gems. When men travel to these countries, they often find themselves in environments where appreciation and respect for a partner are the norm. These women are raised to value loyalty and companionship, understanding that a healthy relationship requires effort from both sides. Those are the values that are lacking in the West.
Ladies, it's time to leave the broke boys and men with no direction in the dust. If you're tired of dating men that can't support you or aren't at the level that you are at, you've got to check out Luxie Dating. Luxie is an exclusive community full of high-end and successful individuals.
No one is putting forth effort, including me. Men, women, everyone. We're tired. I officially have completed 1 week of not having any interest in dating. Deleted all of the type of communications that I would have had with any men. Like if I was talking to them, they've been blocked. When I do check my phone now, it's just stuff for work. And I've actually done pretty good with work lately because I'm focused more on work than on the monotony that is dating these days.
No one is trying anymore because they've already tried, and it got them nowhere. Dating in this generation is hard, but it's only hard because people make it that way. Unrealistic expectations, entitlement, and a lack of genuine effort have turned dating into an exhausting game where both sides feel like they're always losing. Instead of working through challenges, people move on at the first sign of difficulty, making dating feel like a never-ending cycle of false starts and shallow interactions.
You guys, I am all dressed cute, ready to go on a date. My date comes, he's 40 minutes late. He's 40 minutes late to pick me up. He comes into my house. He uses my bathroom, and then he breaks up with me while I'm wearing this cute outfit, and now I'm sitting here crying. I'm just wondering when this is gonna stop happening. Oh my God, this man. He has $67 in his bank account. And I'm literally crying about him.
I refuse to split the bill on dates.
Oh? And why is that?
Because I'm actually splitting the bill before I even get to the date.
Fascinating. I wonder if the logic that's going to be used here is going to be even remotely different from any of the other videos that are a lot like this that we've seen before.
Let me explain myself.
Please do, because I have a feeling it's going to involve many things that one would do normally on a daily basis anyway, regardless if one is going out on a date or not. So therefore, that makes this video entirely pointless.
I'm spending money to show up. As soon as I have a date scheduled, I book a cycle bar class. Then I got my eyebrows done. I see Kaylin at Bespoke Brows because I am not bringing a unibrow to happy hour.
So what I'm hearing so far is that all of these activities are done specifically and only to impress a man.
Even though I don't think my date cares about what my hands look like, I feel the need to get a manicure.
Ah, yes, but I'm sure that one felt the need to add it to the bill anyway.
Even if I had my manicure and my brows done earlier in the week, it still takes a whole entire day to prepare for a date. Like planning my outfit, planning my hair wash schedule.
So far, I'm not really seeing the point. A person would normally do that if they're going out with friends, too. But I'm sure that one doesn't charge them for one's time.
Simply showering, doing my hair and makeup, and picking out an outfit could be 2 hours.
And with that, I think it would just be easier to say that one would prefer to charge by the hour.
I've never understood why women think that just because they're doing their makeup, hair and nails, a man should be obligated to cover the bill on the date. It doesn't make sense. How does that even correlate? The effort they put into their appearance is a personal choice. And when people are going out, shouldn't they want to come with their best? I don't think they understand what a date is for, but one thing we can agree on is that when they go on that date, they're only bringing their expectations and entitlement.
I saw a video the other day. A girl's like, men are afraid to come up to us. They're not afraid to come up to you. I mean, maybe some feel a little insecure, but by and large, they're just like, I don't need this aggravation today. I don't need some diva aggravation today, because more often than not, what do? Nasty, like a little attitude, puckered lips. The puckered lip. They're tired. They're tired. They're tired of getting made fun of. They're tired of being, abused. They're tired of getting, oh, I'm a meme now. Because why? Because I looked your way for 2 seconds in the gym?
This one here is for all my girlies over 30. Recently, I came across this YouTube video of a young man, and he had a bunch of men on his live and while he was recording. And my conclusion of the 3-hour-long video is that men nowadays, no matter how old they are, they're only interested in girls between the ages of 18 and 25. Now, you tell me now, where does that left we? Where are we over 30 and 41 left? Now, me not have to worry about it, because me well married for 22 years. But life takes its twists and turns. So does it mean that once you turn 25, that's it fair?
It is in a man's biology to be attracted to younger women, and for some older women, that can be hard to accept. It's already a struggle for older women to find a partner because, for many of them, men don't even notice them as much anymore, as men tend to gravitate toward younger women who they associate with fertility, energy, and vibrancy. Older women often feel sidelined in the dating market.
One thing that baffles me, and I guess men, you guys can chime in, why would me in my mid-20s want to date an old man for free? Why would I want a 50-year-old boyfriend for free? Why would I want to date an old man who is not going to give me any money? Like, I think a lot of men are delusional. I think maybe corn has morphed your brains, and no young girl wants to date an old man for free. Okay, unless your name is Jeff Bezos, we don't want to date you for free. Okay? There's no benefits in dating an old man. Okay, the only benefits you might get are stares from other people. So unless you're trying to fund my life, I don't want to date an old man for free. I don't want an old boyfriend. I don't want a geriatric boyfriend unless he's funding my life. Okay, there is no true love when there's a significant age gap. If I want a boyfriend with no financial benefits, I'm gonna date a hot guy my own age, who looks great, who everyone's gonna say, damn, your boyfriend is cute. I'm gonna date someone my own age. If I want to date for true love, I'm gonna date a guy who's also in his 20s. But if I'm dating a guy who's old, it's for profit, okay? It's not for true love.
Apparently, she's going for the highest bidder. There's a name for this kind of profession. This woman is clearly only willing to date older men for money. And if you really think about it, she's telling you something here. It's not about love or building a meaningful connection. It's about what a man can offer her financially. She's essentially putting a price on herself, treating relationships like a transaction. When a woman is only willing to date a man based on how much he can provide, it reveals her true priorities. These are women who will do anything for money, even throwing away her values. The only good thing here is that she's revealing her red flags, telling good men to stay away.